Listen, right now, there are people out there unknowingly spending a coin that could change their entire life. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm talking about a Franklin $half that looks ordinary, feels ordinary, but carries a silent fortune inside it. And today, we're starting with one of the most overlooked, most dangerous to ignore coins ever found in circulation. The 1954 with D. Franklin $half. This is not fiction. This is happening. People are losing serious money every single day because they don't know what to look for. So stay with me, because this detail, this one tiny detail, changes everything. First coin number 1. Picture this. You're holding a $half. It's got that old silver shine, maybe a little worn, maybe it looks like it's been passed around for decades. Nothing special, right? That's exactly what makes this coin so dangerous. Because the 1954 with D. Franklin $half doesn't scream value, it whispers it. And if you miss it, you lose it. Do not spend this coin. I'm serious. Now let's go back. 1954 America was in a strange moment. Post-war pressure was still shaping the economy. People were saving, spending carefully, and silver coins were still part of daily life. But behind the scenes, minting conditions were shifting. Demand for coinage was high, production was intense, and small inconsistencies began to slip through. That's where hidden treasures are born. The Franklin $half itself, it carries history in your hand. On the front, you've got Benjamin Franklin, calm, wise, almost watching you, like he knows what you're holding. On the back, that bold Liberty Bell, symbol of freedom, but also a silent signal to collectors that something special might be there. And on this 1954 coin, that tiny D mint mark, Denver. Small, easy to ignore, but this is where things start getting serious. Feel the coin for a second. That weight, around 12.5 grams of solid presence. That cool touch of real silver, about 90% of it. The diameter, just over 30 millimeters, not too big, not too small, but heavy enough to feel like it matters. The thickness, subtle but firm. This isn't just a coin. It's a piece of quiet wealth. Now here's where it gets intense. Not every 1954 with D is valuable, but the ones that survived in very fine condition with that original silver shine, untouched, uncleaned, naturally aged, those are disappearing. People cleaned them. People scratched them. People spent them. Every mistake destroyed value. That's why the survivors, the real ones, are so rare today. And listen carefully. If you ever find one of these, never clean it. I don't care how dirty it looks. That dirty surface, that toning, that slight dull glow, that's not damage. That's history. That's what collectors fight over. Clean it, and you kill the value instantly. This is not a guess. This is not a maybe. This is fact. Collectors today, they're not just buying coins. They're hunting them, quietly, aggressively. When a real 1954 with D. Franklin $half in very fine condition shows up, something strange happens. The room goes silent. Then the bidding starts. Slow at first, then sharp, then intense. People don't want to lose it, because they know, once it's gone, it might not come back. And here's the part that shocks people. One of these coins today can reach around $210,000. Let that sink in. A coin that someone could still have in a drawer, or worse, spend without thinking, is actually a life-changing opportunity. Hidden wealth, silent fortune, serious money. So what do you check? You look for that 1954 date. You find that tiny D mint mark. You study the surface. Is it original? Is it untouched? Does it still have that natural silver shine without looking polished or fake. These small details, they decide everything. This is not just a coin, this is a test. And most people fail it. They ignore it. They clean it. They spend it. Don't be that person. Because what's coming next is even more shocking. The next coin makes this one look easy to find. Rarer. More dangerous to ignore. And trust me, if you thought this was hidden treasure, you haven't seen anything yet. Next coin, number 2. Before you even breathe, before you even look away, imagine holding a coin that looks soft, calm, almost faded. A light grey shadow of history, and not realizing you're holding a silent fortune. This is where people lose real money. This is where hidden treasure slips through fingers every single day. And right now, we're stepping into one of the most dangerous coins to ignore. The 1,953 Franklin half-dollar with no mint mark. Stay with me, because this one detail, changes everything. At first glance, this coin doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't shine like new silver. It doesn't look flashy. It carries that light grey tone, smooth, almost peaceful, like it's been resting quietly for decades. But that's the trap. That soft grey look, that natural aging. Collectors see that and they freeze. Because they know untouched coins like this are disappearing fast. Go back to 1953. America was still adjusting, still stabilizing after the heavy economic shifts of the early 1950s. Production lines at the mints were under pressure to keep coins flowing into circulation. Corners were cut, attention to perfection slipped, and subtle variations started appearing. These weren't obvious errors. They were quiet differences, the kind that only serious collectors notice. And that's exactly what turns an ordinary coin into a hidden treasure. Now look closely at the design. Benjamin Franklin on the front. Calm, confident, almost like he's guarding a secret. The details in his hair, the sharpness of his profile, in a fine-condition coin, they're still alive, still visible. Flip it over. The Liberty Bell stands strong, with that tiny crack detail that collectors obsess over. It's not just design, it's identity. And on this coin, something is missing. No mint mark. That means Philadelphia. But here's the twist. Not all Philadelphia coins are equal. Some batches, under specific conditions, came out different. Scarcer. Harder to find in original form. Hold it in your hand, feel that weight, about 12.5 grams of real presence. This isn't light, cheap metal. This is 90% silver, real, solid, cold to the touch. The diameter, just over 30 millimeters, wide enough to feel important. The thickness, firm, confident, not thin. You can feel the history pressing into your palm. This is not just a coin. This is quiet wealth sitting in plain sight. But here's where things turn serious. Most of these coins didn't survive properly. People spent them, tossed them, cleaned them, and cleaning is the biggest mistake you can make. That beautiful light gray shade, that soft, natural toning, that's what collectors crave. The moment someone tries to improve it, polish it, shine it up, it's over. Value drops. Sometimes instantly destroyed. Never clean this coin. Never. And survival in fine condition, that's where rarity explodes. A coin that still holds its original texture, its natural wear, its honest aging, that's what collectors are chasing right now. Quietly. Aggressively. They don't announce it. They don't make noise. But when one shows up, bidding gets intense. Slow at first, then sharp, then unstoppable. Because they know Supply is shrinking, and demand is only rising. This is not hype. This is not a story. This is real. Today, a 1,953 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark, in that beautiful fine condition with original gray toning, can reach around $240,000. That's serious money. That's life-changing wealth. And people are still spending these coins like they're nothing. Do not spend this coin. Check your pockets. Check your drawers. Check that old jar sitting in the corner. Because if you miss this, someone else will catch it. And once it's gone, it's gone. Look for the 1,953 date. Confirm there's no mint mark. Study that surface. Does it feel original? Does it have that calm grey tone? Not shiny, not cleaned, not fake. These small details decide everything. This is where patience becomes power. This is where attention creates wealth. And listen, this is not even the peak. What comes next is even bigger, even rarer. A coin so overlooked, so dangerously ignored, that people are losing fortunes without even realizing it. Stay with me, because the next coin changes everything. Next coin number 3. Right now, somewhere, someone is holding this coin and has no idea what they've got. No idea they're holding a silent fortune, a piece of hidden wealth that collectors would fight over in seconds. And this is the one most people completely overlook. The 1,949 Franklin half-dollar with that tiny S mint mark. This is not just another old coin. This is the one that slips through hands, the one that disappears, the one that changes everything if you catch it in time. Go back to 1,949 for a second. America was stepping into a new era. The war was over, but the pressure didn't vanish overnight. The economy was shifting, industries were rebuilding, and the demand for coinage was intense. Mints were working hard, pushing out coins to keep up. But San Francisco, that S-mint, it had its own story. Lower outputs compared to other mints, subtle inconsistencies, and conditions that created coins that didn't always survive the way they should have. That's where rarity begins. Not in perfection, but in pressure. Now look at this coin closely. On the front, Benjamin Franklin, strong and steady, his features still sharp in extra fine condition. You can see the lines in his hair, the definition in his face. It feels alive. The Liberty Bell stands proud, that iconic crack running through it, a detail collectors obsess over. And just below, that small S mint mark. Tiny, easy to miss. But that single letter, that's the difference between ordinary and a life-changing opportunity. Pick it up, feel it. Around 12.5 grams of solid weight. Not light. Not cheap. Real silver, about 90%, giving it that cold, unmistakable feel. The diameter, just over 30 millimeters, wide, bold, impossible to ignore once you know. The thickness, balanced, strong, like it was built to last decades, and it has. This coin has traveled through time, and if it's still in extra fine condition today, that's where things get serious. Because survival like that is rare. Most of these coins were used heavily. Scratched, worn down, cleaned, destroyed. People didn't know. They treated them like pocket change. And that's why the few that remain, with their original surfaces, their natural tone, their honest wear, those are the ones collectors are chasing right now. And listen carefully, never clean this coin. I don't care if it looks dull, dark, or dirty. That's not damage. That's character. That's history. That's exactly what makes it valuable. The moment you try to polish it, shine it, make it look better, you erase everything collectors are paying for. Value gone. Just like that. Professional grading. That's the only way to protect it. That's the only way to prove what you have. Now here's where the tension builds. When a real 1949 with S in extra fine condition appears in the market, it doesn't sit there. It doesn't wait. Collectors move in quietly. Bidding starts, controlled, then suddenly aggressive. Because they know something you might not. Supply is shrinking, and demand is exploding. These coins are being locked away, held, protected. Not sold. Not released. Which makes the next one even harder to find. This is not hype. This is not a story. One of these coins today can reach around $270,000. That's serious money. That's hidden treasure. That's a silent fortune sitting in something people still ignore, still spend, still lose every single day. Do not spend this coin. Check the date, 1949. Look for that small S mint mark. Study the surface. Is it original? Does it have that natural tone? Not shiny, not cleaned, not fake. Feel the details. Are they still sharp? These are the tiny signals, the quiet clues that separate a normal coin from life-changing wealth. And this is where patience wins. People rush. People make mistakes. They clean. They sell too fast. They don't check carefully. But the ones who slow down, who look closely, who understand what they're holding, they're the ones who find the treasure. Because this is not just a coin. This is a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. And if you've made it this far, you already know these coins are not rare because they were never made. They're rare because people lost them. So here's the final warning. Before you leave this video, go check your coins. Right now. That old jar, that drawer, that forgotten box. Because what looks like nothing could be everything. And remember, these old coins, they're not just metal. They're hidden treasure. They're quiet wealth. And they change lives for the people who don't ignore them.